Hello everyone and welcome back to Gundam of Gundams. I'm Josh
I'm Amy.
and we're finally doing it.
Finally starting the OG Gundam.
Yep, we finally started to do our rewatch series of OG Gundam. Um, yeah, there's not much to really say about it. It is so. Episode 1 is, in my opinion, kind of the quintessential Gundam episode.
Yeah, I mean it's a good way to start everything.
Yeah, and it kind of shows because almost every series has some variation of this episode.
True. Yeah, even when we go into a later series where they steal a Gundam. I mean, technically Amuro kind of stole the Gundam, so
Yeah, I mean, he kind of did.
kind of counts.
Um, and then, later on with Seed, you have like a very similar situation, not quite the same, but
So it is definitely the it's the pillar for everything else that came, after it.
it definitely is the pillar. And honestly, despite this having been aired like 40 plus years ago, holds up really well.
Yeah, it is. I think, like we said, it's a good way to start up the whole franchise of Gundam. Not just the series, but the actual franchise of Gundam.
Yes. So do you just want to do what we did for G-Clux and just go scene by scene?
Yeah, we'll just kind of go through a standard recap, and then I guess if we point out anything, we'll point it out when we see it, or just kind of go from there. It's kind of... There's no, spoilers, really, and there's no...
There's nothing we can really, spoil, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, there's no spoilers, there's no time to make any theories, because we kind of already know what happened, so...
Yeah.
It's kind of there. And
All right.
don't forget, we have a kill count still.
Yep, we have a new kill count. Alright, so just a note for you guys, we watched this in both English and Japanese.
Yeah, it was kind of to see, I guess, if anything was kind of different in the English one, like any different translations. I have to say, pretty much it stuck to it, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
This was a little bit later into, I think, Ocean's dubbing, so you can tell that they have more experience doing the OG Gundam versus something like Gundam Wing. I'm not gonna lie, you get some voice variations in there.
Okay, General Septum has the voice of an angel.
But yeah, so Ocean did this, and actually their dubbing is pretty good. I can't complain.
Yeah, this is definitely a dub that I will watch. There's very few dubs that I will watch nowadays.
But yeah, I think, I don't know, I think this was just the age of, there were so many different dubbing companies out there where you had, I guess, more strong competition. So, Ocean, like I said, they were kind of established back when Wing had started. And I'm sure they've done a few other properties too. I think they've done things like Inuyasha and stuff. But they've worked really hard to get where they're at here. Versus, like I said, Wing. And Wing isn't necessarily an awful dub, but it just has some weird voice choices here and there.
General Septum is amazing. Come on.
But let's go through the episode, and I think, if there's anything in terms of if you want to point out dub versus sub, we could do that. Particular voice, things you want to point out. So.
Yeah, I mean, for this episode, there's nothing really to talk about, difference-wise. Now, let's just start from the beginning.
Yep, let's go.
Alright, so you start off, the very classic narrator, he's like, the year is Universal Century 0079.
You said you actually like the narrator for the English version better, right?
Yeah, I actually like the narrator from the English version better. I don't know why. I'm not saying that the Japanese narrator is bad or anything. It's just maybe I've heard it so many times that like that's what I recognize. Who knows?
Could be, yeah. So yeah, we go into narration, how the war started, and guess what? We get to see Australia get blown up for the first time.
Yep.
So we're gonna see that animation quite a few times of the colony from Operation British falling onto Sydney. And yeah, it's kind of a running joke now, but it's first time seeing it here.
Yep. And the first thing that you gotta show a Xeon simp when they try to say that Xeon did nothing wrong. You just show them that.
Hey, they were aiming for Jabra.
That doesn't make it any
Or
better,
Jabra.
Amy. That makes it not... That does not make it any better.
Hey, I'm just saying. So anyways, yep, so we go basically through, set up for this whole story. And right now the war is at like a stalemate. And that's where we enter this episode.
Yep. We start off the episode, 3 Xeon Zaku's infiltrating Site 7.
One of them's not red here.
No, Jean actually has his Zaku working this time. But yeah, they infiltrate, they start taking pictures, start recording, looking through binoculars. They determine that this is where Operation V is being held, and they spot Fraubo, and then we get into kind of discovering who Fraubo is, who Amuro is, who Hayato is.
Just the many characters we're gonna
Yep.
meet along this road.
All of our protagonists, we get to meet them for the very first time. Amuro's kind of a shut-in.
And it's kind of funny though, thinking about it, how they notice like there's nobody on the roads and stuff. So it's like, man, you're kind of making it obvious that like a big military operation is gonna happen.
I know, right?
They're like, it's supposed to be rush hour. So yeah, so kind of going back, Amuro's very much a shut-in. Frau's basically just trying to kind of take care of him as much as she can, I guess.
It definitely seems like she's more interested in Amuro than Amuro is in her.
Yeah, that's kind of painfully obvious as the series is gonna go on. But yeah, she makes him breakfast and stuff. He just kind of ignores it. He's working on whatever computer thing he's doing.
Yeah, you see he's building his gaming PC.
Remember it? Like she flips over his bag and it's like has dirt and stuff in it. That's gross.
Yeah, it's like dust or something. Who knows?
So yeah, he really doesn't take care of himself very well. God knows if he's showering. I hope so.
I don't know. But she gets Amuro to move it. He goes to get dressed. Fraubo goes outside. We meet Hayato for the first time. He's very passive-aggressive about people like Amuro's dad working for the Federation and making them move. And
yeah, the military is a big inconvenience to pretty much probably everybody on Side 7, so...
Yeah.
And just basically, she just tells him, you should have, talked to him because you're the closest neighbor, but, he doesn't really care, so...
Yeah, he doesn't really want to talk to him, really.
So he's out.
He's out. Amuro shows up in his car, and Haro just looks gigantic in, like, the back seat.
Yeah, that is... I know people, like, make the memes and stuff about, like, the Gundam off,
Like,
design.
off-scale.
Yeah,
and...
but it's just funny. That's what memes are for. So he has, like, the huge Haro in the back of his car.
It's, like, as big as his body. It's crazy.
Oh, we can't forget that Amuro's dressed like Peter Parker here.
Oh, yeah, like 60s Peter Parker. I'll put it up right now.
But, like, literally, it's the same outfit. It's, like, the turtleneck that's yellow and then the jeans and everything, so...
And then, like, the jean jacket and the jeans and...
So, I don't know if, like... I'm assuming Spider-Man came out before this, so it would be funny to know if, like, the creators actually, like, modeled him off of Peter Parker. That would be kind of hilarious.
It would be kind of hilarious.
I know a lot of, Japanese companies were doing American animations at the time, so... It's possible.
Maybe. But after that, we get a look as to like the Federation. They're kind of bringing in the white base, and then we get to see Tim, Ray, and Bright talk. They're talking about, oh yeah, like this warship will be really good for the war effort, and talking about how there's kind of child guerrilla soldiers on Earth.
Well, I mean, talks about Bright too. Like he's like him being young to
him
military.
being young, fairly new. It's like his like 9th month or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So Bright joined like right when the war started. And
I think he's like 19 or something here,
oh yeah,
isn't he?
Bright is 19 in this. You wouldn't guess it.
Well, you wouldn't guess a lot of characters' age. I mean, we'll see Shalia Bull later, so.
Yeah, and Ron Baral.
And Ron Baral, yeah. But yeah, so just, Tim Ray, I guess, made the Gundam and everything to make sure that kids don't have to go into battle. Ironically, we know what happens,
His kid is going to go into battle, ironically. Ironic.
It's kind of funny that he has a picture of Amuro there, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if Bright looks at that and he's like, "I'm gonna slap that kid one day."
I wonder if Bright sees Amuro later and he's like, "Wait a minute."
He looked like the person in the photo.
I mean, Tim Ray probably didn't bring his picture with him, so that picture is probably still on the ship.
Oh, it might be actually, yeah.
They're doing that. Gene gets really stupid. And he's like, "Oh, we need to attack them now. They're vulnerable." And Denham's trying to keep him in line because they're only there for recon. But nope, Gene has to go and fight off an entire base.
Yeah, we see the very big deviation between the start of G-Quex and then, of course, this start. So, yeah, Char decided to actually, attack the base, but he did it more strategically. And you'll see later on, Gene's, firing at even civilians and in, civilian areas, and it's like, what the heck, man? And then, of course, later on, we even picked up, the tanks and then the, I guess, the jeeps with, the missiles and stuff on there for the Earth forces. They're not exactly great at shots either, so...
Oh yeah, they're missing shots and everything. Friendly fire is, abound.
So, when Char did it in G-Quex, he did it way more discreetly. We'll just put it that way.
He did it way more effectively.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gene alerts the entire Federation that they're there, and that doesn't really mean anything at that time since they don't have mobile suits currently operating. Amuro and Fraubo, they're in the the safety
The shelter?
Yeah, the shelter. I couldn't think of the word for a second. They're in the shelter and they're hearing all the rumbling and everything, and Amuro's like, we need to get out of here. This shelter isn't secure. And the first thing I thought was, how do you know that?
I mean, when he does walk out, the Zaku's right.
Yeah, it's
right
there.
So, like I said, different scenario than when Char was doing it. So, yeah, Gene is pretty much indiscriminate where he's going to attack.
Yep, and where he's positioned.
Yeah.
And now, after Amuro opens the door, everyone just seems to run out. And it's really weird because, the old people were telling Amuro, "No, don't open that door."
Why do you have to do the old person voice?
Because, I'm trying to be entertaining.
Well, you're gonna get really annoyed a bit later in the series when we have the old people episodes. But yeah, anyway, so go on with your old person voice.
"Don't open the door, young man." And then they go just straight up run out the door once Amuro opens the door, pretty much. And it's just I thought you wanted to stay in the shelter.
Yeah, it just becomes pretty much a literal panic after that. Everybody starts running out. Amuro gets out. He steals a car.
Yeah, he steals a car, and then he nearly crashes it right away.
Into, some Federation guys.
Yeah, And then one of the like wire-guided missiles from like the Federation vehicles ends up killing those Federation guys.
And that's how he gets the Gundam manual. Basically, it pops
Yeah.
out of the box.
Yeah, it just flies out of the supplies that they were carrying. And Amuro's like, I will proceed to read.
On the ground.
On the ground,
Around
in
the
the middle
rubble.
of a war zone.
You know, shell casings falling around, just blown up pieces everywhere. Just decides to read.
He's lucky he's not that lady from F91.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The one who gets hit in the head.
Yeah, the one who gets hit in the head with like a shell casing.
Ouch.
Yeah, and just like breaks her neck.
Oh yeah, it's probably heavy.
Yeah, that's when we have the eye catch.
Yeah.
Which it's not the true eye catch. Like we'll get like another one in the next episode. I think that has the Gundam with the beam saber out.
This
But
one just has the title,
Yeah.
basically.
This one just has the title. Amuro's still reading. You know, commercial break. Amuro's still reading. Frau Bo finds him and she's like, "Come along, we need to go." "What are you doing? Are you stupid?" White base can't send out like a core fighter or a plane or anything, or else they'd have to like blow a hole in the colony.
Yeah, and that's good
That's
thing they didn't do it.
unfortunate.
Yeah, good thing they didn't do that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everybody's scrambling.
Amuro sees his dad kind of next to the Gundam, and Amuro, being very naive, he's like, "Aren't lives more important than your mobile suits?" It's like, kid,
Dad's just like, just get to the white
yeah,
base.
just get to the white base. And he has to leave. I guess like the trailer isn't working.
Yeah, they're trying to move the Gundam to get out of the way, but they have to go find another trailer to pull it. Because
Yeah.
I guess it won't start, so.
Yeah, and then Amuro's like, "Wait a minute, I saw that thing in that book."
Yes.
And Frau Bo is like, "What are you doing, you moron?" she's coming to get him, and then just a giant explosion like pushes her towards Amuro. We don't really know if it's from that Zaku or if it's from
Friendly fire.
just the Federation crappy missiles. But yeah, we have our first death. Fambo, Frau Bo's mother.
Yeah, so we didn't know she was actually named at first, so we went back to the Gundam lore, and we found her name as Fambo. It's kind of funny though, because the grandfather's with them too, and he doesn't get a name. He's just called grandfather, so we're not counting that.
Yeah, we're not counting that. That's a title.
But yeah, Frau Bo's mother actually gets named, and it's kind of like, well, I guess Amuro sees the guys die first in that when he gets the manual, but this kind of is like his first, like it really hits home to him.
Yeah, this is like the first like very personal kind of death to him, because like he probably knew Frau Bo's family fairly well.
Yeah, and I think they probably treated him as family too, since, you know, they all went to the shelter together, so.
Yeah. Frau Bo is just like very inconsolable. She's kind of like freaking out. She's crying. Amuro just slaps her across the face. Be like, "Get a hold of yourself, woman."
Yeah, we'll get some good slaps in this series, but, you know, we'll hit the crown when we hit to Zeta Gundam.
Yeah, it's not Zeta Gundam yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amuro is able to kind of snap Frau Bo out of it a little bit, and she's able to, I don't know. I was gonna say walk away, but I don't know. She's kind of.
She gets away.
Yeah, she gets away. I don't really know how to describe it. She's sad walking away,
Yes.
and Amuro's like, "I can't do this anymore. This has to stop." Except he doesn't say that.
No.
It's more of a silent kind of, "I need to stop this" kind of deal.
Yep.
Runs over to the Gundam, and it's more covered up than in G-Quux.
Yeah, it actually has like a tarp over
It has
it.
like a tarp over it at least. You know, not showing that the cockpit's open.
I think too it was kind of funny, like that first time when he gets on there, like he gets all like the Gundam is like all shiny and stuff. We saw from like the screenshot,
Oh yeah.
and then when he actually like gets on top of that trailer, like it's just all boxy and stuff.
It's all
without the...
boxy and like some of the proportions are off and
it's just kind of weird, but it's like I said, it's kind of one of those things that make this series kind of charming too. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. For some reason they left the thing on.
That is a good question. Why they left
Like
it on?
why did they leave it on? They were going to transport it from like a trailer. It's not like they were gonna like manually pilot it up to White Base.
But it's on.
Yeah, but it's on. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could have been for like a test pilot or something. I don't know.
Could have been. Who knows?
We'll never know.
But even before that fight starts, I think we missed the introduction of Char, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did. Char's on his moose side this time. Not, you know, on the battlefield like in G-Quux. Char's pretty much just gloating that he's right, that Operation V exists to Dren.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, see, I told you, they have mobile suits.
Yeah, because Slender's actually kind of reporting back into him, telling him like, hey, Gene is, he screwed up, man. You know.
Yeah, Gene is being an a-hole and attacking.
Denim kind of has to back him up.
Yeah. And Slender is just kind of near the entrance where they came in, and he's just kind of relaying information.
Yeah, basically Char just tells him to just get as many pictures as you can and
Yeah.
get out if it gets dicey.
Now, I did make an observation, but I'll save that for next episode since that's when we're going to see it.
Yeah, we'll actually see Slender out of his mobile suit. So.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of it for Char.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, he might be firing missiles at the same time, but...
Yeah, that'll be around kind of the same time as Amro's fighting Gene and Denim. Basically just him firing from the moose side into the colony.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's about as much role for Char we're going to get from this episode.
Yes. But back to Amuro. He is able to kind of get the Gundam in working order thanks to the manual that he found. So he's like flipping the monitors to the right rotation and getting everything set up. Now, I've noticed online, there's kind of a discourse. There are some people who claim that Amuro is kind of like a Gary Stu kind of character. Because, like, he takes out 2 trained military pilots without any training. Now, here's the thing, right? If the Zaku's were on the same caliber as the Gundam, then I might agree.
Yeah, I would probably say the same thing, but considering that the Zaku's can't really harm the Gundam that much.
Yeah, like the Gundam just outclasses the Zaku so badly that it really doesn't matter. It's like saying, hey, can you take out this trained military guy who has a knife and you have a machine gun? That's pretty much what the scenario is here.
Yeah, probably a good way to put it. And I think for a lot of, maybe at least until they get to Earth, that might be the case with Amuro, is that he relies a lot on the Gundam. I mean, eventually, you know, as he gets more combat experience, he's going to be a better pilot. But yeah, in order to survive these first few, like, battles, he's really going to rely on the Gundam being very
way
superior.
Better.
Yeah.
Being way better than his opponents. But yeah, Gene fires on the Gundam because Amuro fired on him first because, you know, he was scared. Leaves no scratch on the Gundam. Amuro is able to get up and he just kind of walks forward with his Vulcans. It doesn't really do anything. Temare is like, what kind of stupid attack is that? Who's in there? Which is funny because Char did the same thing in G-Quacks.
Actually, yeah. It's kind of funny too because, you know, you see Gene inside his cockpit, and he's like, I think the Gundam looks scared or whatever. Like, this mobile suit looks scared.
It looks scared to me, and he's all like sweaty.
Yeah. He's like having his meat sweats in his spacesuit.
It looks like that meme where like that guy is just like pouring sweat.
Yeah.
But Amuro is able to just kind of like smack his machine gun away with the Gundam.
Yeah, like with his big hand.
Yeah, with his big hand. It's like, stop! And then he just swipes it away. And then he kind of grabs like the ventilation portion of the Zaku's head and just like
pushes him off.
Pushes him off. And it kind of just rips that part of the Zaku off as well.
You get a nice, like, kind of first, like, nice animation there, too, where you have, like, the Gundam grabbing the Zaku vent and falling backwards.
Yeah. Denim is just like, so that's the power of the Federation's mobile suit.
And basically he's like, hey, you gotta get out of here, Gene.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get out of here, bro. You can't do this. And Gene's like, okay, I will retreat.
My back camera's still working, let's just go.
Yeah, just go, leave. Amuro's like, hell no.
Basically, yeah.
And leaps into the air with the beam saber and just cuts Gene in half, causing a nuclear explosion.
Inside the colony.
Inside the colony and tearing a hole in the colony.
Which his dad falls out of.
Yeah, which sucks Temare out into space.
And another dude, but we don't know his name.
And another dude, but there's no name given, so we can't add him.
Well, and plus we know that Temare isn't dead, so can't add him either.
Wow, spoilers!
Yeah, no. But we do have our second kill count with Gene.
Yep, Gene. And then, kind of soon after, Amuro's like,
like, oh crap, I can't do that again.
I can't do that again.
all the air in the colony will be sucked out.
And then he's like, okay, I'm just going to aim for the cockpit. And for some reason, Denim is like, okay, I'm going to do this cool jumping kick.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even have his heat hawk out. He's got like his gun, so it's like...
It's like, what were you planning, Denim?
I don't know.
Just going to knee him in the face? Why would that help?
He was trying to do the shark kick, but he failed very spectacularly at it.
Anyways, Amuro turns Denim into hamburger. And there's our third kill.
I think that... Isn't it Denim Zaku that's like displayed in like the museums and stuff later on? I want to say it is.
I might have to check.
Because I know that like in some of like the later series, they're like, this is like from the first mobile suit conflict, you know? And I'm pretty sure it has to be Denim's. Well, it can't be Jean's because Jean's is kind of...
It's blown up?
Yeah, it's kind of blown up.
Was that in Unicorn or something?
I'd have to watch again.
Alright.
It might be Unicorn, yeah, actually.
I know that, you know, they have a Zaku and then Banagher is just kind of geeking out over it.
So that could be. That could be a Denim Zaku with his hamburger in it. I don't know. I'm sure they cleaned it out.
I don't know. I mean, as far as I know, it's just a normal Zaku, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm making just wild guesses. I thought it was from the one from this battle, but could be wrong.
I don't know. It's been a while since I watched Unicorn, but I don't think that was it. I don't know.
But anyway, so third kill count.
Yep, third kill count. After that, nothing really happens. Amuro is like, oh man, I did it.
Little shell-shocked.
Yeah, a little shell-shocked. We see Bright talking to a guy that in the English dub has Kai's voice for some reason. Yeah,
it's kind of funny. It's like, Kai's not there yet.
Yeah, it's like, that's not Kai. He just has his voice. I don't know why.
That happens a lot, though. other like people who are voicing Gundam characters in the English dub will like provide additional voices, probably to save on money and stuff. But yeah,
Like, you know how in Yu Yu Hakusho you have like the same 3 voices for all the demons?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's when Char kind of steps up his bombardment. Slender gets back, fires more missiles.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have your answer now.
Okay.
So, the Zaku remains on display at Industrial 7 in the first episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Most likely denims. That's what they just say.
Okay.
The Zaku on display has a large hole in its left side that suggests heat-based damage, which matches how Denim Zaku was hit.
Alright.
So, yeah. There you go. Trivia for you guys. It actually is the same one. Well, most likely.
Most likely.
Most likely. We'll say that.
Alright. Been a while since I watched Unicorn, so.
Also, there's a picture of Denim without his helmet on and he's bald.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with that, I'm just saying. Like, you never see the picture without his helmet off, you know? And that's from Journey to Jabra, which I think he played, so.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's about it for this episode.
I think so, yeah. We just kind of end with Amuro defeating both Denim and Jean, and
Char kind of starting a new bombardment.
yep. And anybody left from the Earth Forces is basically just going to have to do what they can to, you know, get parts together, get things together so they can get off of the colony in the White Base.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, I would say overall, like I think we said at the beginning.
Yeah, it's very quintessential Gundam episode. You can tell just by how many episodes follow this kind of format. There is both so much to talk about, but so little to talk about, because this kind of sets the bar, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if we can say anything else. I mean, it's a really good start to the series. You get some good character building with Amuro to go from shut-in to like, oh, holy crap. It's like the colony just got attacked.
Like, we get to see more about Amuro. Like, he's not just a shut-in. He does want to help.
Yeah, he actually does care.
He cares. He doesn't show it all the time, but he does care.
And he does care about Frau Bo, even though he just, you know, I think as the series goes on, it's
kind of obvious he's not interested in that way.
Not a romantic thing, but he does care about her. In the sense that, you know, she's probably his friend.
Yeah.
Obviously, she feeds him, so.
Yeah, I'd be friends with anyone who gave me food.
So, yeah, I mean, it's. You get to see kind of that relationship started, and. You know, it's definitely more of a friendly relationship versus a romantic relationship. As we'll see.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just kind of good character introductions, of course, as...
Yep. Good world introduction.
Mm-hmm. We get to see Sydney get blown up again, or I mean, this is the first time, like we said.
Yep.
So, this is where it all started. This is the colony drop animation where it all started.
Yeah, I am always very fascinated when I see... So I will go on YouTube and I will watch other people's kind of reactions to like Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always very interested when people always like have questions about like the setting
Mm-hmm.
that were answered in the actual episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Part of me wonders if maybe like one critique would be like, I don't know, like the intro with like the narrator. Maybe that needs to, I don't know. Personally, I think that is a perfect length for the narrator.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it gives you kind of a basic setup. You have two sides.
Two sides. One wants independence and is willing to do whatever is necessary for independence.
Like,
you know,
throw a
quote
colony.
unquote.
I mean, obviously, with more entries in the Gundam series, you get more lore-dom.
Yeah, more lore and information.
Yeah, either before, after, kind of during what we're seeing right now. But I think if this was just a one-off series,
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good introduction to knowing, you know, this is this side, this is that side, this is what's going on, and then we're here. So, with the narration and everything, I think that sets us up pretty well to what we're gonna get in the story. And of course, the narration kind of slightly changes as the episodes go on, but
Yeah.
I would say that this kind of nails it for what needs to be.
Yeah, it does. I just always found it interesting when, details are missed, and I'm thinking, how could it have been portrayed better? And sometimes I'm just like, I don't know how to think of a way to improve that.
It could be too that people enter Gundam in different parts too, so
Yeah.
you know, sometimes they'll watch an OVA before they actually watch the first Gundam series. I mean, we watched Wing before 0079 was shown on, you know,
On Toonami.
TV, yeah, so. And then again, that one is its own universe too, so, with kind of elements from the original Gundam series.
Just a side note, sorry if you hear a siren that's going on outside.
That's pretty loud, isn't it?
That is really loud. But anyways, I don't think I have anything more to say about it.
No, I don't think I do either. Just kind of a good solid start, and kind of sets us up in a good way to see where these characters will actually go later in the series. So I don't know if you guys want us to like cover anything more in detail with like, you know, the whole OG Gundam kind of rewatch thing. It's not like G-Quux where we're making like theories
or
and,
anything.
yeah.
Like, this is going to be very straightforward. It's just going to be us talking about the episode.
Kind of what we liked. Like we said, we're watching it in Japanese and English just to kind of see if anything differed. I don't think really for this series much will differ though.
No, I don't think so.
So, you know what? Good on the dubbing for that.
For keeping it as like literal and straightforward as they
possible,
could.
Yeah. So, yeah. We'll tell you if there's certain things we like from like the Japanese or English dubs in particular. Obviously, the Japanese original dub has a whole bunch of, you know, iconic voice actors and everything. But like I said, for the most part, the English one actually does pretty well in portraying those characters too, and I think this first episode was pretty solid.
Yep, very solid.
And like, I love Char's, you know, original voice actor, but
Char's voice actor is great. He's amazing.
He is. He's one of my favorite. But you know, actually, the guy who does it in English is pretty good here too. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's about it, I think, for this episode. So.
I think that's about it. Like, there's not a whole lot that really happens in this episode. This is just kind of set up.
But I guess if you guys want us to cover anything in particular during this run, just let us know and we'll do that. Alright. Anything else, Josh? You want to bring up anything?
I don't think so.
Videos coming out, anything like that?
Not really. Just got a whole bunch of new models.
Yay.
Yep, so you'll probably see those at some point.
There's no new videos coming out anytime soon?
Well, there's going to be the usual gaming video. This will probably... So, as of when we are recording this, last week, we just put up our UC Engage video.
Okay.
you'll see our thoughts about UC Engage. It's kind of dicey to say the least.
It'll probably be our only video on UC Engage, just saying.
Yeah, just saying, there's not really much to cover on it. I might have a new way to capture footage for encounters in space, so that you guys don't have to sit through a very laggy gameplay experience.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like I've gotten better with kind of volume equalizing now. Better with volume mixing, so it won't be as overpowered as that last episode. Honestly, I'm thinking about maybe just redoing the last few missions for the channel.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Just to give like a very like optimal experience, I guess.
Sweet. Okay. I think that's what everybody can look forward to. We'll keep watching Gundam, this first series. And then I think the plan is when we get to like that episode count where kind of the first movie ends, is to watch the first movie, look over that, and then we'll start with the episodes again.
Yeah. So we're going to go up until Rambaral is first introduced, and then we're going to go over the movie, because that's where the movie ends.
I'm going to try to find us the awful dub so Josh can sit through it and watch it.
Oh god, no! I don't want to watch the movie dub.
Which is not dubbed by Ocean, just letting you guys know it was done like way before, so it's not good. We'll just say that.
Wasn't that by Funimation?
No, it was another company before they, I think, even existed. But yeah, it's not a very good dub, we'll just say that.
Ugh. Please tell me we're not going to do this for Zeta Gundam as well.
Come on, you don't watch the dub of Zeta Gundam?
The only thing that the English dub is good for Zeta Gundam is the memes. I came to laugh at you.
Ironically, it's also done by Ocean, which is kind of weird, but...
That is really weird.
Anyways, yeah, that's it for this episode, guys.
I think that's it for me. How far are you with your SD Gundam kits?
I am right now painting some stuff with the Zagok, and I'll leave it at that because it requires me to paint a lot. We'll just say that. It's not the Zagok, it's another part of it. You already know what it is, so...
Yeah, I do.
I have to go put another coat of paint on it when I get back, so... I'm not happy about it, we'll just say that. We'll just say that, guys.
Yeah, Amy's not really happy with how this kit is coming along, really.
Alright. I think I'm done. Josh, you cut?
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, well... thanks, guys, for listening to...
Us just ramble about Gundam.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button. Smash it.
Yep.
Smash it like Soletta smashes that dude into tomato paste.
Subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so that you know when we upload. We try to keep it Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yep.
Sometimes there's like a Wednesday in there too, but...
Alright. Anything else, Josh?
Nope.
Alright, let's sign off then.
Alright. This has been Josh.
This is Amy.
For Gundam of Gundams. See you all later.
Bye-bye.